What's up, everybody? This is Ted, and this is Nerds Make Sense, and this is an episode of Nerds Rage. If you guys don't remember that, hopefully I got that name right. It's been a while since we did one of these, but if you guys don't remember, I think there's probably only maybe two questionable one episode out. I know we recorded another one, but it never came out. I'm glad it didn't because it was mine and kind of sucked. And this was kind of better. So if you don't know what Nerds Rage is, it's basically where me, Manuel, and Josh bring up a topic. It could be about anime, it could be about a movie, it could be about pop culture, it could be about anything in that around that thing, around that area of expertise. And if you have an issue with it, you argue your issue and see if the others agree. But in this case, I don't have any others because of social distancing. Well, they could be here, but they work. Well, Josh works and Manuel's probably asleep right now. Shout out to Manuel. But yeah. So this time I'm gonna see you, the viewers, agree. You guys can comment down below about if you agree with me or you disagree with me. It's not about who's right or wrong. Or I guess it is about who's right or wrong. I guess I'm trying to prove you a point. It doesn't matter if you think I'm right or wrong. I want you guys to talk in the description and in the description. Wow, it's early for me, guys. I want you guys to talk in the comment section amongst yourselves and tell me, give me facts of reason why I am right or why I am wrong. Do you agree with me or you disagree with me? That's what I want. But I gotta prove to you that I am right. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys, it's really early. I haven't done this for a while. But yeah, so this subject is about Sasuke Uchiha. Now, before I start into this, no, I'm not saying Naruto is better than Sasuke. No, Naruto is a main character. Of course, he's supposed to get all the superpowers and whatever. It's just like Goku. So before at the end of this, people are like, oh wow, Naruto this, Naruto that. We're not talking about Naruto. We're talking about Sasuke Uchiha. Well, with that being said, let me start the argument. So me and my friends have been arguing for a very long time. Mostly me and my friend Vincent. We argue a very long time that Sasuke was given his powers by Itachi. And when I'm saying that, I'm meaning that the whole fight with Itachi and Sasuke in Shippuden was basically set up for Sasuke to win from the very beginning. My friend Vincent disagrees. He says Sasuke beat Itachi, and that is not true. My boy Ashraf, who's on Team Itachi with me, understands that Itachi basically let Sasuke win, and that is what happened. So basically, if you don't know anything about Naruto, let me give you a brief history. I'll try to give a brief history. Sasuke Uchiha is part of the Uchiha clan, and Itachi is his older brother who is very skilled ninja, very skilled in eye techniques and everything he did. He was like a top tier ninja. Sasuke can never follow his footsteps. Well, he tried to, but he was just a boy. Whereas Itachi was a teenager. Eventually, things got out of hand, and Itachi ended up slaughtering his whole family. Yes, except for his little brother Sasuke. He told Sasuke that when he gets older, he needs to hate him, who is Itachi. He has to hate Itachi to get enough hate so he could beat him, because he'll never be as strong as Itachi without it. So that kind of made Sasuke become this little emo kid. He always didn't care about friends. He just wanted to get stronger and stronger, bring in their brother. All right, so fast forward to Shippuden, which is like basically like season 2 of the whole series. Um, they finally get their matchup, and Sasuke is getting his ass whooped by Itachi. Every time Sasuke thinks he's getting somewhere, it's a genjutsu. It's just a mind trick, and it's in and out, back and forth. But in the very end, Itachi finally dies, but it's not by the hands of Sasuke. It's because of basically he died because of his disease that he had from using the Mangekyo Sharingan too much. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that the fight was set from the very beginning and even further than that. So Itachi had this eye technique called the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's basically an eye. It's a genjutsu technique. It's a I don't know, a Geki Genkai. Is that what it's? I can't never could be able to say. It's a blood trait. Basically, only the Uchiha clan can have this. But well, no, that's no, because Itachi has it. They can only have it from birth. There you go. You can only get it from birth from the Uchiha clan. And if you use the Mangekyo Sharingan too much, it eventually blinds you. And then other things happen on top of that. Like when you see Itachi fight Sasuke, he's coughing up blood. His blood is coming from his eye. He's blurred. His vision is going out, and he says that he needs Sasuke's eyes to implant into his own so that he cannot be blind anymore. Because that's basically how a transplant of eyes is how you get rid of the blindness and whatnot. So they're fighting and fighting, and then at the end, Sasuke's backed up to a corner, knees shaking. and he doesn't know what to do. And Itachi's going in to grab his eye. Sasuke basically is acknowledging it because he's not trying to stop him because Itachi just whooped his boy. And he finally stopped and he said, "Sorry, Sasuke, this is where it ends." They have this childhood thing where they poke him on the forehead, and that's what Tachi did. And then he passed out and he died, and that's the end of the battle. Now, my friend Vincent he ignores the fact that all that happened. He just seen Itachi dead. He's like, Sasuke won. Well, if we go back to the very beginning, Itachi had this. We don't know how long Itachi has been like this, but if you go back to even the first series of Naruto, if you watch Itachi fight, he's never really, unless it's a shadow clone, because that's basically what he uses, a lot of shadow clone and genjutsu. Unless it's a shadow clone genjutsu, the real Itachi never got near you. Think about when he fought Itachi. Itachi was in the Mangekyo Sharingan, he was in the genjutsu, and other than that, he was throwing clones at people. But Itachi never really got into battle with taijutsu, and that's because I feel like at that point we don't know when he started getting blind. We don't know when he started coughing up blood and all that. But the fact that he stayed his distance and used his shadow clones and his genjutsu to do his fighting, kind of points to the fact that even in the first series that Itachi was feeling this illness, the negative effects of Mangekyo Sharingan, and it even says in the manga that Itachi would be suffering a lot, and that he would postpone his death by using medicine and stuff to make sure he lasts enough so he could finally fight Sasuke, because that's end game for him. He knows that so basically he killed his family, and that's a whole other story. It was the leader of the village told him to do it, but he killed his family. He ran to go to the Akatsuki to make it look real because it was supposed to be like a little mission. So he joined the Akatsuki, which is a bad team. He started killing all these people and following the orders and whatnot, but he did it so that he could have somewhere to come back to Sasuke, and he set things in order. And the one thing it was for him to survive, because he wanted to die by Sasuke's hands. So so he used medicine to keep him alive, and then you see him that, like, even in the beginning of Shippuden when with Itachi and Kisame, I think they're going to the Sand Village, or they're coming back from the Sand Village after the first arc. Um, Naruto, Sakura, and who else was there? Naruto, Sakura, Granny Chio, and I forgot who else was there. But they were confronted by Itachi and Kisame, and everyone's like, "Oh, don't look at his eyes! Don't look at his eyes, or he gets caught into his genjutsu." So they just stood there with their eyes closed, like they wouldn't like they wouldn't attack. But then you find out that Tachi, he can even like point his finger and he can get caught in a genjutsu like that, but without like him looking in his eyes. So that even furthers my accusation of that he really didn't want to. He was keeping his distance. Like, even he could have really ran up on them and shot a fireball at his face because they were just with their eyes closed in front of him. But he chose not to. He said, "I need to get them in a genjutsu." Because, well, at least Naruto, because he has a fucking tail beast in him. But I at least gotta get him in a genjutsu, and everyone else is just child play. And then even when Kakashi confronted Itachi, he was like, "So, how much negative effect does the Mangekyo Sharingan have on you?" And Itachi looked surprised that he even knew what that meant. Like, he even knew that Itachi was having negative effects, because eventually Kakashi will have his own Mangekyo Sharingan. That's a whole other story. But yeah, so he was surprised that Kakashi knew that. So he was like, "Oh, bro, I gotta bounce." So even if Kakashi knew it, so even then Itachi was feeling these negative effects. So when you go into the fight with Itachi and Sasuke, um, a lot of it was genjutsu as well. So that proved my point that he couldn't get into battle because, dude, his body was done for. Like, he didn't take any medicine, so everything you see is full pain, full illness, full negative effects. Versus all the other times you see Itachi fight, that he's probably doped up on medicine so he can actually survive for this. And then, sorry, my throat hurts. But yeah, so that whole fight was kind of staged. Like, Itachi made it look like Sasuke had a chance, and he was doing all this stuff, but it was staged from the beginning, so Sasuke could die in front of Itachi Oops, other way around. Itachi could die in front of Sasuke, so he could push him farther to be stronger. And the forehead thump, we argued also that um, Itachi gave the Mangekyo Sharingan to Sasuke, and that's a big debate we had as well. I'll go into that right now. Basically saying that Itachi gave him the powers that he needed. Vincent says he didn't, but in fact that is true based on the manga. Well, it's whether you believe it or not, because the manga and the anime, even though they're the same from the same script, they're changed a little bit. But in the manga source material, it said that when Obito was telling the story of what really happened to Itachi back then, why he killed his family, he said that he was talking about Madara getting the Izagni in his left eye, and then after he was going into it later, he said that's how Itachi taught you the Mangekyo Sharingan, the Amaterasu, outside of time by forcing it through the finger tap. It's a technique. It's a Uchiha technique or something. Let me see if I can look it up. It's like Heaven's something. Let me see if I can find it. I have my notes here. It's Heaven's. Oh man, I knew I was gonna forget it. Yeah, but it's a technique that the Uchihas use, and he implanted in it. It's a trap. It was eventually a trap. Yeah, it was also a trap that Itachi put into Sasuke, that it'll pop off once certain things happen, because he wanted to. If Obito showed him who he really was, it popped off like it did in the manga. Like his Sasuke's eye turned into Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan, and Amaterasu just popped out of it, trying to kill Itachi. I mean, try to kill Obito, and Obito was like, "Oh, that was a last ditch effort to get rid of me." So that was also that, but also the fact that Sasuke got the Mangekyo Sharingan and automatically knew how to use Amaterasu and how to go into the Susanoo without even training. And I say that he did that with Itachi's help, because if you read about it, or you even read the manga or watch the anime, Madara had to train to get the Susanoo. Kakashi had to train to get the Susanoo, but then Itachi poked Sasuke in the head, and all of a sudden Sasuke just knows how to do these things eventually. And you could say Sasuke was fighting a lot of people, but that's not training, bro. You have to train the technique. You can't just. It's not like Dragon Ball Z, bro. You just can't go out there, get your ass whooped, and then turn into a Super Saiyan later when you get mad. It don't work like that. It's a whole different franchise. So, yes, I feel like Itachi implanted a trap inside Sasuke so he could so he could try to kill Obito, which popped off and did work. And I also feel like Itachi implanted the knowledge outside of time, like Obito said, so he knew how to use it when he had to use it. Like when he used it against Killer Bee, when he used the Susanoo. Another thing I want to get into is that without that happening, and without Itachi doing all that for Sasuke to get the knowledge of Amaterasu and Mangekyo Sharingan, he would have died faster against Killer Bee, even if he didn't have Karen and all of them, because Killer Bee just straight up whooped him. Like, he was dead. But if Sasuke went in there without a team, he would have died. And the only thing that would have got, and no, not even that. If Sasuke, he did go in there with the team, but the only thing that got him off of him was the Mangekyo Sharingan Amaterasu. That's the only thing that got B off of him, and even then, that didn't kill him. He was able to get out of it by cutting off his his tentacles and got the flames off of him. But even if Tachi didn't give him that knowledge or that power, he would have died there with his whole team, because the Amaterasu flames was the only thing that kept Killer Bee off of them to get them away. Without Itachi, he would have died there. With or without Itachi, he would have died there. Oh, no, no, no. I was right. Without Itachi, he would have died there for real. Because he was dead during the fight. Because Karen had to bring him back to life by letting Sasuke bite her for chakra. And then Jugo had to implant some of his stuff inside of him. That sounded weird, but Sasuke's weird. But he had to implant some of his curse mark or whatever inside of Sasuke, so he can, the gaping hole from the lariat that was left and all the stab wounds could so he could heal him. So he was dead there, but the nail in the coffin is that without the powers that Itachi gave him and the knowledge that Itachi gave him, he would have died either way because Amaterasu was what kept Killer Bee off of them and then get away. That's just point blank. Like Sasuke would have never lasted past Killer Bee without Itachi. And all this thing's set up. So then on top of that, you know how bad it is when people believe that Sasuke beat Itachi. Itachi was blind the whole time when fighting Sasuke. He was blind, blurred vision the whole time. The whole time. So Sasuke is really getting outmatched by someone who's blind. Yes, Itachi was strong, and this even proves fact later. Oh my goodness. Segue. So Sasuke was fighting Itachi blind, restricted power, and he still almost lost, even though Itachi was throwing the game. This is later proved when Itachi was brought back by Madara and all them, by reanimation, when Itachi came back, and he was able to fight without any of the negative effects because he's dead. He doesn't have the negative effects, so he's brought back like a reincarnated zombie. And he fought he fought Naruto in his whatever, the yellow flash or whatever form, and Killer Bee with Kisame's blade, and was able to hold both of them off. Two people that Sasuke lost to. Killer Bee and Naruto. You can't deny that Sasuke was stronger. He could have killed Sasuke if he wanted to, but it was just a plan for him to die in front of him to put Sasuke in a better position to be stronger. That's all Itachi wanted, was Sasuke to be strong, and Sasuke just played into the, he told me to hate him, so I'm going to hate him. Nope, I'm going to hate my brother. And then after his brother dies and he finds out his brother was actually a real G and did all this stuff so war wouldn't break out, he's like, oh, bro, I love my brother. I got to love him. He taught me everything. It's so ridiculous. I'm not saying Sasuke's a bad character, but I'm just trying to prove a point that Sasuke would have died without the knowledge and power of that fight that Itachi threw so Sasuke could win. That's it. It's just proven. It's all from the manga, the source material. The fact that that Itachi could actually fight a full power Naruto and a full power Eight Tails, Killer Bee, without the negative effects of the Mangekyo Shotgun, bro, Itachi was overpowered. Itachi was the best Uchiha. Forget Madara. Bro, it's stated fact. And that's why I'm going to end the video right there. You can believe me why. Did I make a good argument that basically Sasuke was given all this potential by Itachi? Without Itachi, Sasuke would have died, period, before before the series ended. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think Itachi saved Sasuke's life, and that without Itachi, Sasuke would have died? Or do you think that Sasuke did win that battle and Sasuke would have got all this stuff without Itachi? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and if you have any friends who have this argument like us, let us know. If you want us to argue about a situation, let us know. I'm here for you guys. Thanks for watching. Sasuke sucks, and I'm out.